As the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here's
the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
218, chop it.
Working from the gun, Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
56, right there, 56.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Second and 5 now. Manning, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Deron Payne. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
49, check 49, check 49. Shift.
From the gun, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready? White 25. It's been a long day for you. Flip.
It's our field.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. What is that? Switch it.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A full start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Flip. Screen, triple team.
They go play action. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Kill. Kill. Let me go.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season. It's Adrian Peterson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
12 yards there and a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Jameis to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the red zone now, Winston. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, but now it'll be 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Shotgun now for Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt.
Now Barkley stripped of the football, and the Redskins scoop it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead grows to 10-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper?
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Evans. His second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Winston's pass complete to number 13, Mike Evans. Touchdown, Washington.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensive. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Wait. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. from the gun. It's a give to Peterson. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Kareem Martin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Manning. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there,
and he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Now Winston. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again with Winston. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Away and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Manning on the bootleg. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? Blue lady. Green, triple T.
It's a party now. Watch out.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
First down, Winston. Now to the left, it's complete to Dykson. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, Winston. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Winston now to throw on first down. To Thompson on the screen. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Winston. He's got it complete to Thompson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They'll throw again. Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Dykson.